From KCRW, this is Here Be Monsters. Can you tell me about that email that you got a while back?
The email was from my friend Carol, and it was a quote. I don't remember the guy's name, but he wrote Slaughterhouse-Five. He was that author.
Kurt Vonnegut.
Kurt, yeah. And basically the quote was that whether you're an artist or not, you should try to create art and try to create something, because when you're done, you will have created something, and that's something that's good, something to be happy about.
I actually have it up on my computer right here if you want to read it.
Yeah, I can read it to you. Go into the arts. I'm not kidding. The arts are not a way to make a living. They're a very human way of making life more bearable. Practicing an art, no matter how well or badly, is a way to make your soul grow. For heaven's sake, sing in the shower, dance to the radio, tell stories, write a poem to a friend, even a lousy poem. Do it as well as you possibly can. You will get an enormous reward. You will have created something. Kurt Vonnegut.
How did he sign his name?
He has a profile of a face with a mustache. Also his name's in there. And the signature got me thinking that I should have a better signature of my own. Just something more stylish than the simple JL that I initial everywhere. And I was thinking that the only time I actually sign my name is when I sign credit card receipts, and mostly at the grocery store on the digital keypad. And from there I was thinking, instead of just signing my name, I should write something. And I should write my autobiography, 2 or 3 words at a time, every time I sign my name digitally for a credit card receipt.
But who's going to see it?
Well, I think they got to hold the signatures for 7 years, but nobody will see it, most likely. It's just like a message in a bottle. Maybe I could report my card stolen and they might look at it to see if it's been used anywhere, but I don't even know if they would look at signatures for that. So probably no one will see it, but somebody might find it, and my whole autobiography will be there.
So how many do you have so far?
I think I've done it 3 times so far.
And
maybe
did you
4.
write?
I wrote, so they have my name already, and I wrote born 1984. The next one, Father Rick, and then Mother Mona, and then I had those thought out already, and then the 4th one came around and it kind of caught me off guard, and I just wrote born in PA, in Pennsylvania. So
what's your next one going to say?
I don't know. To write an autobiography, when you're little, you have to go by what other people say. It's not your memory. I guess I could start with my first memory.
What was that?
I was 2, and I was with my mom. We were going to pick my older sister up from preschool, and there was a big water tower outside of the preschool. And I remember looking up at the water tower and thinking that was pretty cool. So what would I put next? A first memory, and then water tower would be the next 2, maybe. I only do it like 2 or 3 times a week. Maybe I sign, and I'm wondering how many years it would take for my autobiography to catch up where I am, and then I'll just have to write about that day.
Because how old are you now?
Right now I'm 28.
So 28, and they're going to start trashing those records in 7 years.
Now,
So by the time you're 35?
I don't know if they do trash them in 7 years. They might keep them forever. It costs nothing to store data these days.
Right.
And less all the time. So maybe they keep them forever. Who knows?
Because you're at the beginning of what could be a huge project.
If you sign for credit cards and tell them an old man, it could be like, 50 years of 2 words at a time added to my autobiography.
Do you think you might lose interest in it in a year?
Yeah, I think it's possible, but it doesn't take a whole lot of effort, really.
What's Katie think about this?
Katie, she's She's too logical. She doesn't get it. She kind of misses the point of doing things just for the sake of doing it.
What did she say?
She thought it was silly. She thought I should write about that day, just because then you don't have to remember what you wrote last time, and who's going to read it anyways. I think I'll stick with it. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I wish you luck in this. I mean, it's a big project, you know?
It is. It's possibly a lifelong project. It is, right? Your autobiography, you can write that till you die.
I mean, you understand.
In theory.
What's going to happen now is that 7 years from now, I'm giving you a call.
If I kept it up?
Yeah. I'm giving you a call.
Let's do it.
Here Be Monsters, the podcast about...
The poetry of things is more entertaining.
The podcast about...
The unknown.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jacob. How you doing?
Good. Been a while.
I was thinking about you.
You mentioned you found some old audio of me. I wonder what I said.
Yeah, how's your credit card autobiography coming?
Credit card autobiography?
The autobiography that you're writing on credit card receipts.
Sounds like a great idea.
In the year 2012, you had started writing your autobiography on those machines that they have at grocery stores where you sign your name.
Oh yeah, with the signature.
Yeah. And you said you were going to do this for the rest of your life, probably.
You know, they don't make you sign anymore. They got the chip and it's like, that's it. I didn't get very far, I guess.
The thing that prompted you to do this, that you told me, was this Kurt Vonnegut quote about making art. Do you remember that? I have it up on my computer here. Do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, read it.
Go into the arts. I'm not kidding. The arts are not a way to make a living. They are a way of making life more bearable. Practicing an art, no matter how well or badly, is a way to make your soul grow, for heaven's sake. Sing in the shower, dance to the radio, tell stories, write a poem to a friend, even if it's a lousy poem. Do it as well as you possibly can. You will get an enormous reward. You will have created something.
Hmm.
Do you still believe in that quote?
Absolutely. I mean, art is, in my experience, art that I've made has been made for me because other people are busy, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I've come to realize is kind of the poetry of things is more entertaining to me than the actual practice of them. And in truth, probably none of those autographs get recorded. and probably no one has the ability to go look them up. And no one will notice and no one will ever care. And that's okay. Some things are just impractical.
Well, maybe art's more about the process than the result. Some people say that, you know?
Well, the people that aren't very good at it would say that.
I think that's a good note to end on, maybe.
Yeah. No other thoughts about that.
Jacob Lemanski is a retired ant farmer living in Boulder, Colorado. He's currently working on his first book, which is about biking around the world, and he's been on our show a number of times in the last 8 years. I recorded that first part of the interview with him just a couple months after I started this podcast, and I was supposed to follow up with him sometime last year, but I completely forgot about it, so I guess it's better late than never. And speaking of better late than never, we have a phone number that you can call to leave us a voice message. And lately, you've been sending us such wonderful voicemails that I want to play you some of our favorites right after I finish the credits. I just want to say thank you so much for sending in these little pieces of your life. We really love hearing the stories and secrets and the strange sounds and situations you come across. So please call us anytime. We're at 765-374-5263. So yeah, I'll play you some of our recent voicemails after the credits, but I do just want to let you know that one or two of them talk about death and the feeling of being close to death. So just a heads up on that front. Okay, my name is Jeff Emtman, and I've spent the last 8 years of my life dedicated to nothing else except for the production of this single episode of Here Be Monsters. And I had editing help from Bethany Denton. Our website is hbmpodcast.com. Music on this episode from The Black Spot and August Freeze. Here Be Monsters is distributed by KCRW. Our senior editor there is Kristen Lepore, and we get additional support for freelance contributions from KCRW's Independent Producer Project. All right, thanks for listening. More episodes soon.
Your call is going to be transferred to the officer. Verify the last 4 number of your social security to better assist you. Now, if I don't hear a call from you, we need to activate your arrest warrant and get you arrested. So call me as soon as possible. Have a good day.
Hey guys, currently in the hospital right now, catching up on HBM episodes. I just listened to the one about bodies or Prey of Worms, and I've been fighting with herniated L5S1 discs for the past 6 years now. And then the most recent one re-herniated at the beginning of April, and I can't walk anymore. I've lost basically all autonomy. The bathroom is 10 feet away, and it feels like it's a mile. So I'm in the hospital right now awaiting spinal fusion actually tomorrow. And I thought it was pretty appropriate. I liked what was said about bodies being machines. I mean, I'm a mechanical engineer by trade, and I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, the smallest little thing is, the disc is only a few millimeters tall, and it moves in one direction, and I'm completely out of commission. I'm 28, and I can't walk. It's pretty astounding. So, yeah, just wanted to say that. I'm hoping everything goes well tomorrow. Maybe I'll give a post-op call as well with any other thoughts that I have. Love the show. Keep it up, guys, as always. Thanks for the entertainment in this time.
Hi. I'm calling from a little graveyard in Wisconsin called Sweet Cemetery that I found yesterday while I was driving and trying to get lost. And I guess part of the reason I wanted to call is I found a gravestone that isn't standing upright, but rather it's flat against the ground like it's part of the earth, and written in letters that are almost so faded I can't read them. It says, "Gone but not forgotten." I don't know. I guess it's all just making me think and what it means to remember.
Hi guys, been thinking about my body a lot lately. I've been thinking about leaving my body a lot lately. And then more recently, I haven't felt that way so much. And it feels really weird because everybody else is scared now too. Everybody's afraid that they're gonna get sick. They're gonna die. Seems pretty normal to be afraid of those things. Nobody talks about it usually. not as scary when everybody else is scared. It's fucked up that the best I've felt in the last few weeks has been since this whole epidemic happened. I feel guilty for feeling better. Thanks, guys. I love the show.
When I was a little girl, I was out playing in the woods one day, and this voice came into my head and it said, "You're going to die today." And it was the strongest intuitive experience that I've had to this day. And I was not afraid and I was not hesitant. And I went out to the creek behind my house and I just sat there and waited to die for several hours, completely relaxed and happy and accepting. And I didn't die. But since then, I've been held up with a gun to my head. I've been in several car crashes and I've almost overdosed, but I've never, ever had as strong of a feeling that I'm going to die as that time when I was a little kid. Goodbye. Thank you.
Hi, I know the Emtmans in dealing with the water witching thing. I lived in Cheney, Washington, and I worked as a pilot for years farther north from Cheney, up on the Canadian border. And I actually had a realtor that used to have me fly him around to find properties that he could tell from the sky whether they were viable for finding water, because up there finding water is very difficult sometimes. Anyway, it is true. This stuff does work. And anyway, that's it. Bye.
Hey Jeff, hey Bethany, it's me again. Just calling post-op call as promised. I'm now a proud member of the Having Metal in Your Body Club. So I've got cobalt chrome screws and plates, and I have one fewer vertebrae than before. So my L5 and S1 are now fused together. Hopefully this makes my life a lot better, and is a nice tune-up for my body machine. And conveniently, while I was under, a new episode dropped in my feed, so thank you for that. I'll be in hospital for a couple more days. Looking forward to listening to even more Herbie Monsters. Again, keep up the good work, guys, and thank you for helping me out through this time. Love you guys. Bye.